Well, hello there. Welcome to my channel. I'm Samantha, and as always, I'm here to share with you the best in productivity, systems, and tools designed to help you and your business thrive. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out when a video drops. Today, I'm going to show you how to use Microsoft Word to create a lined journal. So whether you're looking to sell journals on Amazon or using templates on marketplaces like Etsy, this tutorial has got you covered. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's turn those ideas into reality with a few simple steps in Microsoft Word. Let's get started, shall we? So the very first thing I'm going to do is to open a Word document. And this is just to ensure that I'm starting off with something fresh. Once this is done, I am going to calculate the dimensions. And usually I have a tool that I use. If you've been watching my videos, I typically use KDP's print setup tool. Now, this is an Excel file. If this is something that you'd want to have, please let me know in the comment section and I'll find a way to get it to you. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to use a tool to calculate my dimensions. The ink and paper choice, black and white. The trim size of my book is going to be 7.5 by 9.25, and this is typical or standard notebook sizes. At least this is what I've been seeing on Amazon, and this is what I've personally been using. In some cases, if I want to create a huge notebook, I would use 8 by 5 by 11. But I'm going to work with these dimensions because I'm prepping something that is going to be used potentially by kids, or at least something that is going to fit in a woman's bag. So the number of pages I am going to be using is a 110. My book or my manuscript will contain bleed, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select those options. Now immediately my height becomes 9.50 and my width becomes 7.625. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to close this out, and I'm going to go back to my Word document. The next thing is to format my page because this cannot be used as is. I'm using a Mac, so my setup might look a bit different from yours, but the principles remain the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File and I'm going to set up my page. You will notice that my paper size is automatically set to Now, I did try to change this, but I realized I did try to change this to inches, but I realized that for some reason it is not updating. So the alternative, if this is what is happening to you, you can actually use a converter to translate or to convert from to inches, and that's what I'm going to do to demonstrate for this video. So I'm going to go back to File and I'm going to set up my page. I'm going to manage customs sizes, and I was previously working on this, so you will notice lined journal. But since you'll be doing this for the first time, simply go ahead to click the plus sign and it's going to create another line for you. Double click and you can name this to lined journal. I'm going to put 2 just to differentiate. So the next thing I'm going to do is to change my width, and I'm going to go back to using my converter just so you have an idea of how this works. Typically, to get something on Google, I'm just going to say convert from to inches. and this is what you get. So I'm going to go to Word. So my inches, oops. So for inches, this is the width. I'm going to be inputting 7.625, and I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it in the width section. And then for the height, I'm going to be doing the same thing. The height of my book is 9.50, and I'm just going to copy and paste this, and I'm going to add it to my height. Once this is done, I'm going to select OK. So the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to set my margin. I'm going to go to Layout, Margin, and I'm going to create something that is custom. As you can see, this is set to inches, which is perfect. So the top margin is going to be set to 1 inch. The bottom is going to be set to half of an inch, which is 0.5. The left is going to be set to 1 inch. The bottom, that's correct. And I'm going to go ahead and click OK. The next thing is to ensure that you are viewing your ruler and your grid line. And I'm going to use the view option. I'm just going to be ticking these. And as you can see, the ruler is there and the grid lines are here. And this is very important because we will be inserting shapes and we want to ensure that things are aligned properly and they're also placed where they should be. Now that we have everything set up, this is where it gets a bit challenging because we're actually going to be drawing lines or at least inserting shapes onto this canvas, and we want to ensure that everything is aligned properly. So what I'm going to do, I am going to zoom in a bit. I'm going to use the insert menu, and I'm going to go ahead and insert a line. And I'm going to insert this vertically. Just going to drag all the way down to the bottom. And remember, our page contains bleed, so we are going to go all the way from off the page. Everything is going to run off the page. So the next step is to format this shape. So I'm going to ensure that the line is selected. I'm going to right click using my mouse. I'm going to format shape, and on the right, this is the menu I'll be using to do that. The line is already set to solid and the width is set to 0.5 pt. I am going to change this because I do believe the line should be a bit thicker. I'm also going to change, oops, let's select this again. Let's go back, format shape, the line, 1 pt, and I'm going to change the color from blue to a grayscale. Just to ensure that I'm okay with how the line looks, I am going to deactivate the grid line, and I'm going to go back to view, and I'm just going to remove that, and I'm going to zoom out just to give you an idea of what it looks like on the page. So this is what the line looks like, and I think it's perfect. So I'm just going to zoom in. I'm going to reactivate my grid lines, And I'm actually going to duplicate this line. It it gets a bit difficult working with Microsoft Word, and this is because initially it was never created to be a design tool like Microsoft Publisher or PowerPoint. So you might have to fool around at first and it might feel a bit awkward, but I believe that practice becomes perfect. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to select this. I'm going to copy and I'm going to press Command V. If you're working on Windows, it's Control V to paste. So I'm going to zoom out and I'm just going to turn this line. Oops. Let's zoom in, scroll down, select this, and this is where I actually want. Says that my line will be placed here, and I'm just going to drag this across the page. That's that. I'm also going to do the same thing for the top of the document. I'm just going to copy and paste this. Remember, if you're using Mac, it is Command C to copy. If you're on Windows, it is Control plus C to copy. And to paste, it is Command V on Mac, but on Windows, it is Control V. Let's zoom out, select this. Let's zoom in. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm also going to copy this and I'm going to start adding my lines. I'm going to select all 4 lines at once, and this is because I want to copy and paste them quicker. See if this works without the hiccup. Alrighty. So I'm just going to add a few more lines and then get this done off screen so the video isn't long and tedious. Once this is done, I will come back and I will show you what it looks like. Bye. Now, after a long and might I add tedious process, I was able to add my lines. I most definitely need to find an easier way to get this done just to ensure the process is more efficient. But all my lines were added. This is what it looks like. And I'm just going to remove the grid lines just so that we can see things more clearly. And this is what my very first page looks like. I am happy with the results. I am happy with how this looks. So the next thing I'm going to do before moving on is to actually save this document because I do not wish to lose it. So I'll see you shortly. The goal is to have 110 pages, but at the moment I'm only working with one. So what I'm going to do is to duplicate this page. And of course, if I was working with a tool like Microsoft Publisher or even Microsoft PowerPoint or Affinity Publisher, it would have been super easy and quick to duplicate this page and automatically create 109. But we're working with Microsoft Word, so we're pretty much left with fewer features, fewer functions that we can tap into to get this done speedily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a simple way to create your pages, a simple but tedious way, but it gets the job done anyway. So unless you have money, you're financially capable, you will not be able to do this any faster than I'm about to show you. That's just how it works. When you're working with tools that aren't necessarily designed to carry out a particular function, then you pretty much have to make do with what you have. And that's what we're doing here with Microsoft Word. So what I'm going to do is I am going to press Command A. On Windows, it is Control A. And what this shortcut does is to highlight everything that is on the document. So I'm going to press Command A and then I'm going to press Command C to copy all of this document's contents. So Command C to copy everything. And then I'm just going to press Command V. Oops, let's undo. Oops. Let's go again. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to insert a page and I'm going to use the insert page feature. I'm going to insert a blank page and then I'm just going to let's have a look at it. The page is there. Let's see. Control V to paste everything. This is cool. Let's undo. I'm just being a little playful. So this is the process you'd have to go through. This is the tedious process I've spoken about. It gets the job done, but it does not get the job done quickly, unfortunately. So you will have to ensure that you are creating these pages and you're pasting everything to them. And when it's done like this, it's easy to make mistakes. So what I would do if I was using Microsoft Word to create line journals, I would use this in tandem with another tool. And this tool is Canva. Now, you can use Canva free. I normally use the pro version because I use Canva for my clients' work. But if you do not want to go through such a tedious process, I'm just going to share with you how you can use Canva to finish up the process and create all your pages without the hassle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to save a copy. And I'm going to ensure that this is saved as a PDF. Just save it to my download folder and I'm going to export. The next thing I'm going to do is to head over to Canva. and I'm going to upload a design. This is what I just created. I'm just going to upload it, and I'm going to view the file. Oops, sorry, this looks like another document I was working on. Let's close this one. So this is a document I created. So I have 6 pages. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Command D to duplicate this page. And I'm just going to keep pressing until I have all my pages. And this is the quick and easy part of working with Canva. It's not as quick as other tools like Publisher or Affinity Publisher or Microsoft Publisher or even PowerPoint, but it gets the job done. And as you can see here, I'm almost at 110 pages. And that's it. I have 110 pages. So what I'm going to do is once you're done creating your pages, you are going to download this. You're going to download it as PDF print for printing, and you are going to hit download. I'm going to have Canva before this since I have several documents stored. Let's open this up. And this is what it looks like. Now, if you're interested in downloading this as a template, I will have a link in the description area. So go ahead and download. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, if you've learned anything from it, or if you wish to see me again as a recommended video, please subscribe, like the video, share it if possible, and do come back to watch more. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.